Hello, welcome to the laundry room. We redid it.
As you may not know, we've got a secret door here protecting our laundry room because we don't want strangers coming into the house doing their laundry. If you haven't seen that video, click up above. It's a great video. But the other secret behind the secret door is that the inside of this room is bad.
First step is demolition, which requires us to unload all the stuff that's piled up on that shelf over all these years. The washer and dryer are pushed out of the way, and they'll be swapped in position later, and then the shelf is removed. Then it's time to paint the walls. We're going to replace the yellow with a nice gray like we use in the kitchen.
Many minutes later.
Done. Now the inside is all gray, just like a battleship or something.
Then we added blue metal flake accents to the washer and dryer.
The dryer door is removed because accent painting means we're going to paint the outside of it, not the inside. Plus we're going to swap the hinges on the door later. The front panel on the door is removed so that the outside can be painted blue and not the inside. And then a whole lot of blue spray paint is sprayed onto the door and then later to select parts of the washer and dryer to give us the blue metal flake look.
The next day.
We live in a swamp, and that means high humidity in the workshop sometimes. Makes things great. We're going to have the door open from the opposite direction so the closing hardware swaps sides here, and then the blue panel is added back to the front, giving us a fully functional dryer door.
The rubber stops and the hinges swapped places because they're friends. We thought this process was going to be difficult, but it turned out to be extremely easy. Go on, try it.
Why put blue metal flake paint on our appliances? Because we do what we want. Also, these are inside a secret door. Nobody knows they're here, and my wife likes racing paint that's sparkly. So, that's what we're doing. Really, the question here is why wouldn't you paint your appliances in racing colors?
Now we're gonna make giant French cleats, kind of like these French cleats, except, more giant. Or, as the French say, giant French cleats, but in French.
This French cleat is going to hold two large cabinets over the washer and dryer, so a long board is split down the middle at a 45-degree angle. Half will go onto the wall, half will be mounted to the cabinets. A 45-degree cut. That literally is how hard it is to make French cleats. And if you're not using these in your shop, you should, because they're cheap and easy and pretty awesome.
We bought these cabinets off the shelf, and they're made out of MDF, which stands for, I don't know and I don't care. MDF is pressurized sawdust, so if you try to screw anything into it, good luck. So we needed to use a lot of glue and a few screws to make sure that the cleat wouldn't go anywhere. But really, glue is what's going to hold this together.
We use our impact driver to install the French cleat where the top of the cabinets. The impact driver was pretty loud, so I put on my hearing protection when I installed the bumper board on the bottom that will keep the cabinets level.
We hung the cabinets with the greatest of difficulty and then ease once the French cleat actually took effect.
We're going to put a shelf across the back of the washer and dryer, so here I'm installing the brackets for that shelf. In the foreground you can see the drink from the barbecue dinner I ate earlier, because nothing goes with laundry rooms like barbecue.
This shelf needed some emotional support from some screws, so we got it for him. These cabinets needed some knobs, and thinking about how people were going to use them, we put them down low. Maybe a little bit too low. That didn't work, so we moved them higher. Whoops, don't mind me just putting new places for new knobs because the last place just was a little bit not correct. Spackle covers most mistakes, especially these ones. Do you like the knobs? I hope you do. They're in a very specific order. It goes dino, 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 cow. I hope that this clears things up. You will be asked about this later on in the video. Please retain this information. If you do not retain this, then you will fail the exam.
The laundry room used to be dark, so we added more lights.
Out with the old light that held 2 light bulbs, and in with the new light that holds 3 light bulbs, a 50% increase in illumination for the laundry room.
Now, we'll add these shelves for book storage.
2 shelf hangers are added to where the only 2 studs were. That's why they're not sitting on the wall. But this will serve our purposes and store large bulky items that we don't want to leave out in the open.
The shelves were entirely too long, so I had to cut them down using the miter saw. Unfortunately, the diameter of the saw is a little bit too small to cut it in one cut, so I flipped it over and did a second cut because that's just kind of what you gotta do. Building things is often a lot more fun when you have a friend with you, especially if that friend is a dog and they hang out with you while you hang out on the floor. Unfortunately, it's horrible when they leave. No! Anyways, I had to attach the shelves to the brackets so that they wouldn't go anywhere. Too bad my dog left. Shelf, 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 shelf. To hang the broom storage device, it was kind of complicated because I didn't have enough hands, but we managed. Wow, look at all the brooms. They all just hang out right there forever.
Then we install a motion sensor that will control the lights and turn them on whenever anybody is in the laundry room.
Why have a motion sensor? Because we're lazy. We've already walked into the room through a secret door. The laundry room ought to know that we're in here. I mean, we came through the secret door, we found it, so it should turn the lights on for us. We shouldn't have to come in here and hit a switch, so automate it.
So now it's done. We've got blue appliances, places for our many brooms, more cabinets, more shelving, and the secret code. Dino, 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 cow. I'm glad you remembered. You were the missing link.
Thanks to our patrons, you make all this possible. We really appreciate your support. And remember, our patrons get extra content, they get commentaries after every video, and they get a video every month of what we're building the next month. So if you want to support us, great. Thank you for those of you who do. We love you.
If you like the video, please drop a like down below. It's free, you can do it. If you don't want to miss an upload, hit the bell icon. If you really don't want to miss an upload, you should probably subscribe first. That should probably be the order in which you do things. Like, subscribe, comment, ring the bell. Thank you for tuning in. Good night.